All right, gonna be doing a seed here. A user had kind of asked a few questions about how people might handle the run. Looks like a few people have done it already. I think I saw some discussion there, but I purposely didn't really want to look at it because I didn't want to see any pre-knowledge of what happens in the run. So I'll try to explain everything best I can. Try to say why I make the decisions, the things I might consider. So first things I generally look at, I want to see which bosses I'm heading up against. So this version of Talos, a few things. Once you really start to know, and let me just do a shameless plug. If you look at playlists on my channel, I do have an early, mid, late, and late game guide. Three of those, and then also a Seraph guide. In those, you'll see each variant of these boss, and you'll also know just some specific answers that I kind of suggest on how to take them out with. And also you'll know what the actual waves that will come with each of them are. So like right off the top of my head, I know that Talos, this Soul Sucker version, is going to have haste. That may or may not be relevant, but it's just something to keep in mind. He'll have Clergymen, or she'll have Clergymen, which are the little 1 health, 5 attack, or 1 health, 1 attack, but they come in with 5 attack because they got 2 rage. I don't want to necessarily overload you with information, but I like to generally look here and just see what I'm working with. Mainly though, Seraph is the big one I want to pay attention to because that's the one that's gonna really bite you in the ass if you don't prepare accordingly. So like for Seraph the Temperate, for example, the 2 big things you're gonna have to deal with on this guy are gonna be the sap that he provides, and then also just the fact that there's so much damage coming in from the waves. Those Shade Wings, that's 5 health, 15 by 2 damage. It might be less on this Covenant, but on Covenant 25, they're doing 30 damage each. And since there's at least 2 on most floors, that's 60 damage just from them. So like AoE is definitely something we want to look out for and try to snag some in preparation for the Temperate. Either that, or since we do have Awoken in here, there are 2 sweeper units that we could find and put quick on them. That's another option. Another thing to think about is since he's gonna... Okay, hold on. Let me change my background music so it's like maybe something a little more chill. Kind of don't want it to conflict with my words here. Okay, that works. Anyway, so things with Seraph the Temperate. Normally, I would say I would generally prefer to go Superfood if I'm Awoken and with Primordium, because there's so many good buffs and effects that stack between the 2. Like for instance, we already got Wildwood Sap. You can stick that on your Superfood, and it's gonna make you have pretty much endless amounts of regen, especially if you can get a stack of Buffet or not, or a Stalwart, I should say. The only problem is the sap on Seraph stacks. I will say, if I see Seraph the Temperate, with most combos, I will never go Superfood just because it's so brutal with that stack, with the stacking of sap. However, there's 2 clans that I still might give consideration to still going Superfood in, and that would be Awoken, and that would also be Hellhorn, because Awoken just has enough flat stat upgrades. I mean, right off the get-go with the Exiled version, you got Root Seeds, which is going to give you 2 damage. But more importantly, there's things like Sharpen and especially Razor Sharp Edge, which will just generally outpace that sap, even if it is stacking. And then with the Hellhorns, again, maybe I won't overload you with too much info, but we'll just see what we got here. Maybe we aren't offered Superfood, and it'll just be an easy decision for us. See what we're offered here. So it's aggressive or stalwart. If we go aggressive, we're basically locking ourselves into just going the aggressive path. I would say if I start aggressive, I almost never deviate from it. I might as well go all 3 into aggressive because it's just better to stack the stats fast. The nice thing about Stalwart, there's 2 clans I do like a Stalwart clan, or it's 2 secondary clans I do like a Stalwart start on, and that is the exiled version of Woken and also the exiled version of Melting. Both of them can make pretty good use of the buffet. All other clans I probably would never start buffet, but I'm going to start buffet here just because simply putting root seeds on it is going to get you a lot of stats, and it gives us the option to go superfood if it comes later, and we have like good reasons to do it. So right here, I don't like any of these. Sketches is very specific. You know, you could take it in hopes that you get like a Shadow Siege. You can do that if that's like a way you want to play. I personally just don't really ever play Sketches unless it's like, maybe if I was like Umbra and Hellhorn, there's a lot of good targets there. And Cursed Vines, I generally just don't like this artifact. We're going to do something I don't typically do here, but we're just going to skip for 25 gold. My reasoning is Sketches really ruins your game plan with Primordium. You really want to guarantee that you play the banner unit that you want to play. You know, some clan combos like to have a few banner units and kind of do a multi-floor setup. I don't find that to really be the case with this particular combo. I think there's the Awoken has so many good units that can just carry, given the right amount of stats and buffs, that you just want to get one banner unit, maybe two, but really just one that can carry the game. So Sketches ruins that plan because it'll just throw them right into the middle a lot of the time. And then Cursed Vines I just think is a generally useless artifact. You know, don't quote me on that. Maybe some people like it. I just don't ever find that 50% chance to swap the units is ever really that beneficial. So I'm just going to take 25 gold because, I don't know, I think they're pretty trash. This is a combo that is a little bit annoying, but we should be able to stack enough health if we just go to the top. Generally, I would say, unless you're going for score, I would almost always just go to the top with Primordium here. We also have Plinks, which would basically give us, you know, if we go to the top here, we have time to find Plinks and snipe those damage-doing backliners. Now, if we had Superfood here, we could just do this, and we'd start stacking that, but I'm going to just do the Making of a Morsel here, just because I want those stats. The quicker I can get some stats, the more I can mitigate the damage here. As long as I can hit him at least enough that we only take 1 damage to the pyre, that'd be a nice mitigation. We probably won't be able to kill him, but we'll see. So I definitely prioritize hitting the root seeds here. The way you can think about it is, you know, I have 4 stacks of these left. I could have had 3 times 4 attack from here on out, or I could have 7 times 4 attack from here on out. It's actually pretty compounding, you know. So not only do I get that second hit from him, but I'm just stacking so much more attack on the front here. I could stack Wildwood Sap here if I think I need a defense. I don't think I'm going to, though. I'm going to go for a Plink because I have a pip here to put a morsel in. Let's just try to get this backliner. We don't want this backliner to... So we definitely low rolled there. Killing either of them would be nice, preferably this one, but we'll see. We did Root Seed twice, so we'll draw a lot this turn. Hopefully we get some Plinks. So we can't kill this guy, but we can get him down enough that it'll only hit us once. It's not the worst situation in the world. So we finally got that guy. I would go for a lifesteal here, I think, and I'll still just do Root Seeds here. At this point, I just want to kill the boss and hopefully kill this guy. And that'll be the best chance to do that. So we can kill this guy. We won't take any more pyre damage. That's nice. At this point, I know I'm probably going to beat the boss, but definitely you want to... This guy's doing 9 damage each turn. We want to ensure that we kill him, so let's do that. And we could either just give ourselves 5 health and damage here, or stack this. Either one is viable. I'm going to do this just because it makes use of my Ember here a little better, and I don't really care about the Rubber Morsel. I can just sacrifice him there. So I know definitely we'll beat him. We'll just make sure we don't take any dumb damage here. And stack that now, it's fine. Not that we need it. We've got so many stats that, you know, this guy's just way more than dead. Alright, so not too bad. We took the 7 damage, but whatever. These are decent. Entumbra Assault would be nice if we think we need morsels. I don't think we do, though, honestly, because we've already got Cannibalize, we've already got Making of a Morsel. That's a lot of morsel generation. I also find typically with Primordium, at least with Awoken, I don't really need much morsel generation. You know, you can only fit so many, especially since I'm Stalwart. Okay, even this music is getting kind of intense. Let me switch that really quick. God damn. Alright, here we go. This should be guaranteed chill. Okay. Anyway, I think Mind Collapse though I'm feeling here. I could do Space Prism if I really wanted to make use of those extra morsels. I could see that. My reason for taking Mind Collapse though is Primordium really likes to do an Ember Drain build in this combo, I would say especially. And Mind Collapse would give us a way to do that. It's also just a pretty generally useful card in general. I would say all of those cards are great though. And here, I already have 2 Wildwood Saps, so I don't think I need another. These are all great offerings too. Invigorating Solution is just always going to be a good take. I would almost never just straight up skip this, but I think I would take Sharpen here just to lock in some damage scaling. You know, 4 damage is certainly better than 2, as far as the Root Seeds are concerned. I don't necessarily love all these, except Alloyed could be nice. I almost wish we had the Shard Prism now, but just because it'll be harder to feel him sometimes, but with only the 1 extra. But Stalwart definitely makes Alloyed a little more doable. We'll do that, because I honestly don't like either of these units too much. Animus with Speed is not horrible, particularly if we ended up with Superfood, just because... even aggressive, just because it generally will kill the units before it gets to them if you can stack fast enough. But I think Alloyed is the safer start here. And we could maybe go for a better unit here with like a Awoken Banner. I think I might. I generally would say the Awokens are the top target for Primordium. Alloyd's pretty good. We could also, since we have all this morsel generation, we could do a 2-banner setup and just have Alloyd either on the main floor or another floor sometimes, just eating morsels here and there and getting in some chip damage. I have a lot of spell upgrades I think I'd like to see though, so I might not go this route. Let me think. We have an Awoken Banner here we can go for. I think I might be inclined just to hit this Merchant of Magic up, just because I have, like... I would like to get these down to 1. First and foremost, I want to get Sharpened down to 1, because it's a little bit awkward to play at 2 Ember. Especially since my Entumbras, or my Alloyed Construct already costs 2. Crucible's also a very good unit. I just don't know if I want to commit to another banner unit that I have to remove at this point, because my thinking right now is Alloy's going to be good enough. You know, we have enough here to feed him. As good as Crucible is, I think I would just stick with Alloy right now, but you wouldn't be wrong for choosing Crucible here, just because he is basically the best boss-killing unit in the game. I don't foresee us having issues with that, though. Permafrost, I don't see anything I'd really Permafrost here, but definitely we'll get the Sharpen down to 1. That makes it much easier to play. I'd put the 10 here, because it's great on the Plinks too, but if we do end up with Ember Drain, having the plus 10 damage here locked in is pretty nice. It's also just generally useful, because now I can play it at 0 and I do 10 damage and gain back 2 Ember. Even if I don't end up with Ember Drain, that's a pretty good play. Holdover would have been nice to lock in here on that. There could have been arguments for not getting maybe the Emberstone there and just trying to get Holdover, but I don't necessarily want Holdover on it now. I'd only really want Holdover if I end up with Ember Drain. Another shameless plug, I got an Ember Drain guide if you want to check that out, where I go over that more in depth. Plinks, I love Surge Stone on Plinks, because you don't necessarily want to keep recycling into them, but 21 damage basically makes sure it kills even backliners if they have armor trials and whatnot. And at this point, I think I would make a Morsel Miner cheaper. It's another one like Sharpen, where it's not really worth it at 2 Ember, but at 1 Ember it's totally worth it. So this will be a good... We won't get much Plinks in here, but maybe we don't care. We've got other good ways to make things. I'll still take it, because... And this could be a fight, by the way. I generally said I would generally go in at the top. This could be a fight where you could argue if I didn't have Alloy, because Alloy can't attack turn 1 anyway, but if I had, say, like a Sweeper unit, I might just go in at the bottom here so that these guys aren't shuffling in Scourges every turn, because that kills your draw. And these guys, their Scourges don't damage you, but especially in like future rings, the guys that do this actually damage you with the Scourges if you don't play them, so it's like hurting your draw and your Ember at that point, or your Pyre health. You kind of have to make that decision. But I think I have the luxury to set up at the top here. Now, this is a great example of why we wanted to get Sharpen upgraded, because now, instead of just, I couldn't have done it if it was at 2 Ember, but now I'm going to get 7 times 5 instead of just, 3 times 5 plus whatever I end up putting on him. But now I'll have so much damage here that pretty much everything is going to get destroyed pretty nicely. So we could kill this one. I'd probably kill this one though, so I get less Scourges shuffled in. And we can just put this guy in. So we have to do 12 damage. We can afford to do one of these. Probably do it here actually, so I can get an extra morsel. Just feed him, get an extra fuel. Might need it for the boss, you never know. And we'll just do this and maybe try to get some damage in there. Now since I got to... oh, I'm 1 short. Actually, this will be fine. I could have root seeded him here. That would kill them both. But actually, because I'm only... oh wait, I am... yeah, okay, I'm going to root seed him here. Just to be... I could get more overall if I root seeded this guy. But since I'm just literally 1 damage short of killing this with my first strike, I'm going to do it here so that I kill both of them. I can do this too, right now. Because there's just not that much... I guess there's not really that better of a play. And we got the 1 cost morsel here, which is definitely nice in cases like this where, because of the armor trial, I have no chance of actually plinking a morsel, but I can just do this, put him in, and just give the extra stats to the stalwart. The more we feed him, the better, because we don't want him to run out of fuel. We definitely don't want that to happen. So, and here's where the Surge Stone plink comes into play. Boom, we even high rolled and got both of them. We'll do this and just do this, and maybe this is nice to lock in. We could have also maybe argued Root Seeds just so I keep drawing cards and have a higher chance to get maybe Cannibalize or Making of a Morsel. But that's fine. We'll just do this to get an extra 5 damage, or extra 15, extra 10 I should say. And he's dead. But just for good measure, we'll give him a little tickle there. Alright. A Mortal Trade could be okay. I don't, it is an Ember Drain card. I don't generally count this as part of the big reasons to like lean into Ember Drain builds though. It's a nice to have, and you don't necessarily need to have an Ember Drain build to make it work. I might be more inclined to take Pack Morsels here, honestly, because I could foresee a way we lose just not having fuel for Alloy. So I think I am going to take just Packed Morsels, but you couldn't go wrong with any of those choices again. I don't typically like Restoration Detonation unless I'm pretty unless I have like a hollow, or unless I'm very certain I'm going to have a lack of health. Here I'm pretty sure I don't have a lack of health. One annoying thing with this version of Talos, especially with these Primordium builds, is your frontliner typically is, just going to be in the front lines and sort of making up the most of your damage. And they'll get stunned and just not be able to attack on whatever turn that Talos decides to show up there. You can kind of predict it. You can't fully, actually, but you can kind of predict what it is. Especially if you can manage to just start on the floor she's at, then you might try to hit a critical floor when she's not stunning you. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. I guess what I'd like to say is sometimes Vinegrass can be nice there to like pull the unit forward, but I don't foresee that really working here. I think we just take another Sharpen, because another thing to think about is if you look at the card rarity here, this white tick mark here, this white little bubble, that means it's a common card. These are all common cards. If it was blue, it'd mean it's uncommon. If it was purple, it'd be a rare. So this is actually the last point in the game, right here, very early. Just you beat the first battle, and at this second battle's rewards is the last time you're offered commons. So if you know generally which cards make up the common tier, you'll know that Razor Sharp Edge is in that tier, and we know we're not getting it now, basically, because we're going to get an Awoken. We already got an Umbra offering, now we're getting our Awoken offering. So I'm going to lock in Sharpen just because I can see that I'm going to need Sharpen to be my damage scaling most likely. Especially if I end up wanting to go Superfood, I'm going to need it. Otherwise, I'm just not going to be able to outscale that sap. Shattered Shell is a very good carry unit. This could be an alternative to Alloyed Construct. I think I am going to lock it in just because it is so good. I would say it's maybe second place behind Animus of Will in terms of carries. Now, we don't have a whole lot of gold here to spend at this Merchant of Magic, and I did already get some good upgrades, but I think I still want some other upgrades here. Like with the Sharpen, I think I still want to get down, and we could have a chance here at an Animus. If I can get an Animus, I would take it. And we did get it. Now I just have to think, is it actually that worth it? Because another thing we got to think about is we did not get AoE. Not flat AoE at least. Glimmer is another one of those common tier cards, so we know we're not going to have flat AoE most likely. So Shattered Shell would actually be the best counter to Seraph the Temperate because of those super high damage backliners. I might just want to look for a quick upgrade on Shattered Shell, and that actually is just probably the best. So actually I will skip here. As good as Animus of Will is, I think Shattered Shell just needs to be the answer here. I'm going to take a look here. Okay, we got Holdover. Let's take a look what we got here. Okay, I generally would say I like the Hellhorned rares better than these, just in a general sense. So I might go with Hellhorned in this case. Let's see. Yeah, let's do Hellhorn. Interesting. So now we're getting to that territory where Superfood could totally be viable if I do, honestly, either of these, but probably safest to do Dark Deal. This one can get a little hairy. We'd really have to get some damage shield if we want to make that one work. I would take Dark Deal. I think just in general it's going to be a spike of 14 to your damage the turn you play it. Sure, it costs you 5 health. I don't think we care about that most of the time. We're gaining a decent amount of health anyway. Even if I'm not using it that much this next fight, I could just use it to kill enemy units as well. This is a very good scaling card. It's even better than Razor Sharp Edge. This would totally allow me to go Superfood if we do end up with it, so I'm gonna do that. We'll see what happens. And I would even maybe hold it over, honestly. Even with Superfood though, I wouldn't really have the health to do that. Yeah, let me think what I want to... I think Sharpen is actually what I would hold over here. It's gonna always be good. And honestly, if we end up with Superfood, those spikes are gonna stack every time. So I think this is worth it here. And I'll just get the other Sharpen down, because I do value it a little bit more than making a Morsel. Just for the stats, and we might as well do this to another Plink. It's a nice way to kind of pseudo remove them, because you don't really want the Plinks. They're pretty useless past this ring. They'll be okay still at 1 damage. What I mean to say is they're useless unupgraded. Upgraded, they're still going to be useful. So here's, you know, something we could do. We could go in the middle here with Alloyed Construct. Then we know it's just going to stun us this turn, which is not a turn that we care about. Getting stunned on. Then again, we're going to take a lot of damage. I think right now we don't have the support to make Shattered Shell our carry, so I'm going to still go top here with Alloyed, and I'm not going to play Shattered. I'd rather just get some extra fuel here. And I'll let this cycle back through the deck. I'd be happy to see a lifesteal cycle back. That's going to get me back to full health. Definitely a good thing. And not a whole lot to do here other than just Plink, I suppose. I guess I would Plink these. Yeah, priority Plinking them. And we can Plink here. We can actually play this Steward then. Let's go ahead and give you a damage shield, I think. Might as well. And a little bit of health. And we can just use this to get a bunch of Ember next turn. Not that we'll probably be able to use all that Ember, but who knows. Yeah, I think use a good amount of it, almost all of it. This is where the plink should go. I could plink here too and actually get a morsel, but I'm already getting the making of a morsel here, so I'd rather try to just get this damage in. That's fine. That's exactly where I wanted it to land, to be honest. We don't have much stats here yet. Unfortunate that we haven't got one of our 2 sharpens yet, but at least we can do this. We don't, you know, sometimes you don't roll where you want it. I would save this to play closer to when the boss fight is, though. So this is an unfortunate turn we're going to get stunned on here. If we get lucky, we could get maybe a morsel that has 5 health. If we do that, we could not get stunned. So let's try that with a plink. We'll have good option. We'll have a good chance at it here because we have the pork pack morsels and this plink. Didn't get it there. We'll try for it here. Let's see how many cards we have. We have 7, so we have 10 is the max size, so we can play this without overdrawing. There, we got the one we needed. So now she'll hit there for 5. She'll hit it for 7, and he'll be able to attack and kill this tank. I lose a fuel, but I'm fine with that, I think. And let's just stack both these sharpens so I can double dip on them. I got 2 more buffets here. Might as well get the max amount of damage there. And we can use these morsels now. That's fine. We have so many morsels at this point, but let's see. I could kill this guy, get more ember, and I guess just do this. I'll still hold on to the sap, though. Alright, we got the dark deal. This damage shield doesn't matter too much, so I'm going to just do this here just to get a bunch of damage. And we can do this here. It doesn't... Here we could go either way. If we needed it here now, we could do that. But just for good practice, I'm going to put it on the, you know, the Primordium here. Oh, actually, in hindsight, I should have actually put it up here because of spikes. But it won't end up mattering because I have so much damage, I'll still kill the both of them. And we can just put this in front because... It doesn't matter. I mean, we're definitely killing her with Alloy, but just good practice. If I had lost the damage shield here, I wouldn't be able to actually make use of the... or you generally want the guy with the more damage in the back, just in a general sense. Anyway, let's keep doing this. At this point, we can probably do this. It's fine. Now we have 10 regen. Might as well do them while they're both in hand. We're pretty much guaranteed to beat Talos at this point. We'll do this. We could even put... fuel could be an issue, actually, so let's cannibalize here. That's the only thing would be fuel, but pretty sure we have enough. But now we definitely are good. We might do a pip upgrade. I generally would like what do you call it? Draw. I would say I generally want to draw at this point, but since we're running with Alloy, and I don't know if we're going to end up using... Shattered Shell necessarily. I mean, I think we need to. I don't know. It's a tough call. Ooh, these are all very interesting. I mean, Cycle of Life, you can put that on your Primordium and you're going to get that 10 health and obviously the spikes, everything. But this Quick Tome, I'm also liking that because now that really makes it so we can make Shattered Shell a thing. I honestly like them all. They're all very good. This is why I think Awoken has the best rares in general. By the way, purple means the rare. You're always offered rares after a boss fight like that. A big boss, we should say. There's always the 3 big bosses. I feel like Wildwood Tome's probably the safest call here. That really allows us to not have to try to find quick at a Merchant of Steel for a Shattered Shell. I do think we do need Shattered Shell as our endgame plan, so I'm going to take this and just lock in the endgame plan here, and we won't take any more. You don't want to take... So when you get these unit drafts like this is what... I don't know if you're aware of this, so sorry if it's you already know it, but I'll explain it anyway. Like, these are what's called banner units. They're also the units you're going to find here at these type of things, you know, the banner icon here. Those units are always guaranteed to be drawn at least one of every single turn as long as one exists in your draw pile. So that can kill your draw to other cards if you just keep filling your deck up with banner units that you don't need. And I really don't need these, so we're just going to skip them. Honestly, I might remove the Alloy even if I can get my Shattered Shell like a multi-strike maybe. That's definitely an option. So I'm going to do draw here because I don't think Alloy is going to be my endgame plan. If Alloy was my endgame plan, though, I would go Pip Spacer so I could feed an extra morsel per turn, because I would need that fuel in that case. I think here we go for the removals. We don't have a whole lot of gold here, but we'll have a shot at multi-strike. If not multi-strike, I'd at least like to get maybe an initial plus 10 damage. We'll see. Let's see what we get here first. Quick. I'm almost inclined to just lock this in, actually. Then I don't have to rely on the tome. It's weird, but I think I'm actually going to do this. This also allows... yeah, I can just remove the tome at this point then. But we can still use Alloy for now, I think. Just endgame, Shattered Shell will be what we use. And I'll probably want to get a multi-strike on him if I can. If not that, just like a plus 10 damage upgrade. We'll remove stewards now. They're kind of the least useful to me. The unupgraded plinks are arguably as useless, but they can at least be upgraded later. Overgorger is interesting. If I really needed kind of a Hail Mary at this point, I would take him, but I'm pretty set that I'm going to be fine with the Shattered Shell. Damn, we didn't get superfood. That's not too bad, though. I'm actually going to stick with the Stalwart here. I've got enough stat upgrades that I'd rather just hold out for the chance at superfood, since I know I have a good superfood setup. And honestly, 2 into Stalwart and 1 into superfood is the ideal setup for superfood, so we'll just hope we get the 50-50 next time on the superfood offering. So spikes could be rough here. That will kill our Primordium, most likely. Unless we can... yeah, it's definitely going to kill him. And then... we don't necessarily need the Primordium at this point, though. I will say it's not 100% necessary. If you really wanted to play it safe, you could just not take this. I think, though, that we have... I can still set up top with Alloy. And I think I'll be able to generate enough morsels to just fuel him. And I've got a lot of just flat, like, you know, Dark Deal, just these sharpens and stuff that I got the regens. I also got the quick that I can put on him. I think I'll be able to take this on fine with the spikes even. It's a lot of damage on him. He doesn't really have a health upgrade yet. It's a little bit risky. Could be potentially not worth it, but we'll see. Yeah, let's do this. We can get him some stats here. I could also give him quick, but I think I'd rather just get him the stats for now. Okay, we've got options here. I would like to not take this damage if I could help it. If I could plink here, that would be probably ideal. Okay, we got that. I think we got a good chance of hitting this plink, so I'm gonna... I also got the sharpen that's on hold over here, though. You know what? I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna do the sharpen on holdover. Yeah, do I need it? Do I really need it? Because I could put the... let's see what we get here. If I get a damaging morsel, I can kill this collector. I do, so let's... oh, but it's not enough. Damn it. Well, so Shattered Shell basically has to go here if I want this collector, which I'll be honest, I do. I could also put the Shattered Shell here and he'll clear out the AoE, which is like potentially pretty good too. I should have done the lifesteal here instead of the health. Oh well. Let's see. Alright, I tell you what, let's do this. I'm going to do this to just mitigate the damage. I'm going to give up on the collector, unfortunately. I'll let these cycle back in, because I do need like good ways to generate the morsel health here. This will be good here. I actually preserved my Stalwart by doing that, so I actually should do one here now, because I should get the extra stuff here. And we could kill one of these for 0 cost. I'm inclined to kill this unit so that the haste doesn't stay in effect. I don't want to have to deal with both. I don't want to deal with both these tanks on one turn. So we're actually preserving the health here, so that's pretty nice. I do want to give more healing here because we do want that. I'm going to go for the plink here instead of playing another sharpen. just because I do want to kill the haste guy. We missed, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Let's keep this on holdover. We'll keep stacking the damage to us. I don't care too much about getting spikes on him at this point. So we could kill one of these with Dark Deal, or I could just... that's not really going to help here necessarily. Let's go for the Plink, I think. Okay, now I'm killing him. Anything else I can do? No, I think I just go for the... Try to get lucky with a Plink, maybe. We're going to be taking a lot of damage here, unfortunately. Let's see, what can I do about this? I could do this, I guess. Oh, at least allow him to die. Get a little bit more damage here. Could do this. There's a few more spikes, and I guess we just Plink. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but what can you do? This guy will gain damage, but because of the haste, he would gain less. I could see arguments, though, for still just letting him get his max damage. I think I would let him get his max damage and try to kill the haster here, just because I do kind of need to get either some time for this regen to stack. Let me think. What are the calculations here? I got 62. I don't have much fuel either. This is a weird play. Let's go for a Plink here. Okay, we low rolled, but I got a play I can do here. It's a weird one, but this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. Okay, we got the lifesteal. That's huge. Plus, in general, we just got more fuel, so I'm fine with this. I think we beat him now. Yeah, looks like he's dead. Do that for good measure. Alright, it's a little iffy there, but we knew that going into the spikes trial. It's probably the least trial we wanted to see there. The magic power wouldn't be horrible. I do have these unupgraded Plinks still, but I think I might not do it because it would make my Dark Deal do more damage to myself, which I don't necessarily want. And honestly, I got shops coming up. I think I would just like the 25 gold here, honestly. We could Feast. I could see Feast being okay. Sometimes I just want to get my fuel right then. I don't typically like Feast, to be honest, but I'll take it in this case, because even though Shattered Shell is, again, our endgame thing, I need Alloy until then, because right now Shattered Shell just isn't good enough to get through the game right now, if that makes any sense. Awake could give us a big heal, but it's pretty costly. Preserved Thorns is always a very good card. That gives you, you know, artifact support can make it better, but at the bare minimum, it's giving you 30 damage. It can spread out how you want to the front line on any given floor, but it also gives you pretty much a full hand the next turn, which is pretty good. You want a card draw is not easy to find in this game. It's one of the big strengths of Awoken is cards like these, and even Root Seeds, to be honest. I do want to hit this Merchant of Steel up, I'm pretty sure. There's removals, which is nice. We got a Caverns, which is nice. And the Merchant of Steel is just going to be good. Given that, it's going to be a while since I could upgrade like Ember on the Awake. Plus, I already have like the other Morsel Miner that I would like to do that too. I think I'm just going to take this. It's a pretty generally easily good card to take in any case. Let's go this route. Let's check the Caverns out first, I think. Okay, do I have any Stewards left? So this is an easy way to get rid of Stewards. Although, maybe just it's an easy way to get a Plink in this case. Yeah, let's just get rid of a Plink here. Then we can zero cost it. I think that's actually easier than the Monster Rail Spike in the case of Plink. And we can just remove these the old-fashioned way. And eventually, we'll see. We'll see about Ally. So we got Quick. We could put that on Alloy. We can't really re-roll here for... So I could just lock in 10 damage here. It really depends on if I really think I need Multi-Strike. I think I really would prefer Multi-Strike here. So why don't we just lock in Quick for now on him? It's possible with Quick that he could totally work for our endgame plan. I would still hold out for a Multi-Strike on him though. Giving yourself options is always good. you want a game plan, but you don't want a game plan that only has one path, right? You want some branching paths in case things don't work out how you want them to. Spell Shield will be annoying here. It's generally not a hard trial, but in this case, in the cases where you need like Plink to actually do things for you, it ends up kind of sucking. Not gonna lie, but I still think we can take it. This is a tough boss. That's no joke. That's, you know, that's 25 damage he does, but it's also definitely no joke of a group here. But we're really glad that we got Quick in this case for our Alloy. I think we still stick with Alloy because Shattered Shell is not going to have the health and damage to take out that crazy high damage boss. Now we have a conundrum here though, because I'll be taking a lot of damage unless I play this guy down, but I also want to play this Sharpen. I think I'm gonna just do this though. So we're gonna do this. That way, at least for a few rounds, these guys are getting cleared out before they get here, and I can save that health and give myself time to find just some stuff. We gotta definitely get rid of this tome. That needs to actually be the next thing we remove, because it's utterly useless for us right now. Both units have Quick. Funny how it worked out, but you know, it's just how it kind of works out sometimes. We could give you this maybe. Let's see, what do we want to do here? I probably want to cannibalize it though. Do I? Maybe it's just better to do these. I could do one on each floor here. Nah, I'm gonna cannibalize it. That way I can at least play this Root Seeds. Then I get at least some stats going on this Stalwart. I would do this just for... Nah, let's get health. Let's get health here. And we'll just get more damage here. That's fine. And let's do this. We don't need to feast here. There's really no need for that. We'd almost want the lifesteal to be on us here. Although it doesn't matter since he's Quick. But anyway. Yeah, let's really start to get the damage here going. Plink won't matter too much. We could... Let's see. You're going to lose 6 health. I should almost save these until later, because I'm going to probably want to stack that. Try to get that 10 Wildwood Sap regen count on him more closer to the Relentless rounds. It's going to be a lot of, you know, health we have to put up here. So, let's see. What do we do here? I think we just do 2 Root Seeds, I think. I could also preserve Thorns, but that might not be... It actually might be good here. Yeah, let's do that, because I'm gonna need to get some damage in on this Overcharge tank. And if I can at least get him with... kill this guy with the first attack here. And who knows, I could now kill him with this Plink. Let's try it. Yep, now we're killing that guy and not taking any fire damage. Let's see what else we can do. I think he'll gain back his health eventually, so why don't we give him a Dark Deal? We could Plink just to get this out of our stuff. I could do this right now. This is a decent feast right here, because I actually gain energy from that. Which means I can do this, which means I can do that. I still don't want to play this. Shattered Shell will die here, but I think he's kind of done his job at that. Actually, you know what? I might want to keep him alive. Yeah, actually I do want to keep Shattered Shell alive. Reason being, the boss is going to have 2 of these stealth guys behind with Spell Shield, which will be a ton of damage in here that I can't take out. But if I keep him alive, he can clear those out. So this will be a good play. And I might as well play this here. Damn, I should have done that first, because I could have just put the lifesteal on here and not needed to waste that Wildwood Sap. Oh well, let's get more stats here anyway though, because to kill the boss we do need you know who doing some good stuff. Maybe I just stack these here. I could try to cycle back into him, but I don't think I want to do that. I don't know, maybe I should have. It's probably fine. Let's do this. Let's do this. We can do this just for the hell of it. And this, we should do this just to get it out of our decks, I guess. Consume it out of the redraw. So this is what I'm talking about. You got these two stealth guys behind here. If I can clear them out, that'll make it much easier for this guy to survive against the boss. Whole hell of a lot easier. We could have also just stacked spikes here, so I guess we were also fine, but this way I can still just make most of this damage. I'm still not going to play that sap. I might just not play it, honestly. We'll see. I shouldn't have played it here. That kind of cost us a little bit, but I think we're going to have so much damage right here that it doesn't end up mattering. Now this turn I'm going to put it on him so that he gets the spikes. You could argue that maybe I should have been stacking him with spikes the whole time anyway, since this guy is doing 5 on spikes, and actually you'd be right to make that argument for sure, definitely, but we'll be fine here. I've got so many stats. I've got stuff. No sense feasting there. And you're dead. Took him out. That was one of those good offense or good defense is a good offense type situations. Now we've got the Ember Drained situation. This would be very, very, very good if we can get the Mind Collapse on holdover. I'm gonna take it just in case we get superfood. Even if we don't, it'll be good. Pyre Grow, it could be okay, but I just don't think we need it if I do plan on getting Mind Collapse and holdover. It's hard to say. We've got the Merchant of Magic here. That will probably be, well, I don't know. I don't know what we're hitting up next. I think I'm going to skip these. If I don't have a huge reason to add a card to the deck, you should just skip it, especially at this point in the game. Pyrogrow is a very good card, though. Just in a general sense. Oh, so yeah, I think you were saying you died in Arcus, so we'll see how this goes. If I do go with Alloy here, I'm gonna need a lot of fuel. So that is one thing to keep in mind. Could have even argued the Crucible extension instead of Void Binding, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna need some serious sustain against that guy, against Arcus. Let me think. I think I will go this route. There's a lot of spell upgrades that could be pretty good for me. I could do this on this. That's not, like, horrible. That gives me some sustain. I will bring it down to 1 at that point. And we could do 10 on one of the... I'm pretty sure I'm going to remove these, but just because I don't have anything better to spend my money on right now, we'll do that. So the Permafrost, I think, could go on one of these Making of Immortals, I think. Either that or Void Binding. I could do it on this Wildwood Sap, too. That way I get it when I need it. Yeah, let me think about this. I think I want it on this Making of a Morsel. And I'll just get it down to 1 costs either way. That way I can combo it with Cannibalize if I need to. Yeah, I like all that. And as far as removals go... I don't really... I guess we remove that. We don't need it. But beyond that, I don't actually have any good removals at this point. So the deck, we could just say, is kind of good as is. This is a fight also where you could argue we want to go in toward the bottom. I will do that with Shattered Shell at least, because we don't want too many of these guys just endlessly shuffling Scourges in. That's definitely not good. I might even not go Primordium here on my my Alloy. The reason being I really do need to feed him a lot to get enough fuel to take on Arcus, so I'm actually gonna put Primordium here. Weird as that is, I think that is the call though. And every morsel basically will go toward Alloy at this point. Alright, sniping them. We're gonna take that off. This is I could do this here, actually. If I can keep Shattered Shell alive. Who do I want to stack this on? I suppose I still want to stack it on Construct, because Shattered Shell's not going to be the guy that kills Arcus here. We can definitely plink down here, though, to try to basically guarantee that these get taken out. I'll do this one, because I might want that plink to come back. And here... Oh, I can do this then. I'm going to do this. I am going to actually... I could let him slay here to get that damage, but I don't actually need the damage here. I would, again, rather just get some morsels going. And this is a good one, but I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to do it. I was going to cannibalize, but I think I would just start stacking the regen here. If I can get enough regen going on the alloy, I'll definitely need that to take care of the crazy amount of damage that Arcus has. I can probably just... This is permafrosted, but I got nothing better to do here, so I might as well do this. And as far as where to put the sharpen... That's a good call. I don't think I'm really going to stack Primordium in this case, because, again, I just don't really need the damage on Shattered Shell. I need it here, so basically just everything needs to go here. I don't think I need to do Thorns here. I think I'd rather just stack some more damage there. Every little bit of damage is going to add up. Arcus has a lot of stats, so I'm not surprised that you died to him. It's not an uncommon thing to die to him, especially since this build doesn't necessarily have a lot of sustain to take it out with. I don't think I need to preserve this damage shield. Then again, I don't know if I need the rage quite yet. I guess I got a thin enough deck. Maybe I will start stacking rage as well. I guess it makes sense. And I want to try to snipe this Scourge Shuffler here. Okay, we got him. So we'll keep fueling you. We'll do this. We'll play this. I do want to save the damage there if I can. I guess it doesn't actually matter, but yep, we'll do that. At any rate, I want the extra receipts on my alloy. And honestly, this setup could be what we end up doing against Seraph the Patient. Like, this could totally work where I'm still using alloy as the boss killer, but just sweeping out the AoE with Shattered Shell. If that's the case, I might just want to add him like a 25 health upgrade if I could muster it. Let's try to get a Plink Slay here. It's not super likely. And we got it. That works for me. That also means, as much as I would like that, I would rather just get more fuel. So let's cannibalize here. Just generally is nice to do. And we'll do Sharpen here. I'd rather have more damage than the draw in this case. See, here I have so much damage I can take them all out, right? Let's stack this regen for sure. We'll have the Mind Collapse to earn back some Ember here. So we do that. This is unfortunately the end of the line for Shattered Shell, but I'd say, you know, he's done his duty. It's time for him to go. And we'll just stack up here and we should be able to take these guys out. So we've still got, it's hard to even see at this point because I've kind of ran out of buffs, but we can see the 4 rage here. We might as well stack it. I've got so much, I don't really need the damage shield. What I need is these. So I'll do this. This is a good example of how I could do the this play if I wanted it. But however, since he's dying anyway, I might as well just cannibalize this to get my fuel. Our fuel's looking okay. 9. We're going to get 3 more here, which is nice. We haven't really been able to do a good feasts, but, you know, it is what it is. Feast would allow us to overstack the fuel a little bit more. And pretty soon we can start doing the Void Bindings, but right here, we'll just keep feeding here. As long as we can feed at least 1 a turn, that should be good. And actually, I don't have any reason not to play this turn, so I'm going to play it this turn and just hopefully we draw back into it. And I'll do this. I'll kill this guy, because I'd like, if I do draw back into that again, I'd like to leave him for that. But I do want to play these so I draw a bunch. And let's stack some more regen. We got the feast, but it doesn't really make sense here, I would say. I think we just keep doing this. And we'll probably need a little bit of help here, but we do have the help, I'm pretty sure. So Void Binding will go a long ways. In fact, that's already just enough to do it, but in case we didn't, we had this play. So it was close. I mean, I'm not surprised he lost. It wasn't easy, right? But that's how it is a lot of the time. That's how it is. Wretch would be quite nice, I think, but so would Cycle of Life. Even if we don't end up with Superfood, that plus 10 health is no joke. I think I would want Cycle of Life over Wretch. I think I've got good enough morsel generation, and with Stalwart being as stacked as it is, I suppose I don't really need to have it come back. So it would just be for the morsels, really, which I think I'm good enough on morsel generation. Shard Channeler would be interesting, because we have a lot of spikes, but Cycle of Life just seems like the play here. Now, I don't know how it's only a 50-50 that we can get holdover on Mind Collapse, and even then it's not the greatest way out of Ember Drain. I think I might take Ember in this case. I just don't know how likely it is. Like, are we going this way or this way? I feel like this Merchant of Steel is better, so it looks like we're not going to do the Ember route. It's still only a 50-50 though that I get the whatever you call it. I might just do Pip here. Yeah, let's do Pip. It looks like we are just going to actually go with Alloy. I don't see it being super likely that we don't do that, but for now, let's go this route. Maybe we can get a multi-strike. Okay, we did. Yeah, this is the tough call at this point. Like Shattered Shell. If I do this, I need to probably remove Alloyed Construct. Don't know if I can get Shattered Shell's damage up enough. Let's do this first. Let's see what we're getting here. Are we getting Superfood or not? It is offered. Shit. That makes me really enticed to do it. Void Binding is so nice with Superfood if you can get out of that Ember Drain, but you're not necessarily gonna be able to do that. Yeah, Superfood, even though the sap, I'm gonna do Superfood here. It's just too enticing. I think we can do multi-strike here then and live with it. I'll keep the Alloy, I think. Because I still might just use him. Probably do that. Just because if I have to play him just as a meat shield for a few turns, at least he can kill like the light wings or something. I don't know. We should remove maybe some plinks. I don't know. I really like everything in this deck. I guess the plinks can go. I'll get this one since it's recycling. Do I want to remove that one though? It is one of my only like just straight up. I think maybe I'll just remove a root seeds. I don't know. Tough call. I don't think I even make a removal here, as weird as that is. Like, maybe a feast I don't want. I guess I don't want Feast. I took the pip upgrade anyway, so it's less than needed. Everything else, though, I just see it working for us, you know? I'm gonna keep it. Sucks to, like, not actually utilize your removal, but whatever. I think I just need all the other things. Mark of Invasion. That'll be fine, especially because, let's see... Okay, we do enter Dazed at Covenant 13. But this could be one where I just put the... Well... Mark of Invasion here actually presents some issues. Mark of Invasion could be our end here. I don't know if it's worth it, but I kind of need this gold. I think we got a good chance of being able to take them out. I mean, we've got the natural spikes here. Even if we don't, we could just let them hit us. It's not the end of the world. We got a lot of pyre health to work with here. But this mark is no joke. All the other marks are generally easy trials. I would say this is not one of them. So we could still use Alloy this fight, I think. We're going to take 15 damage here, but if I put Shattered Shell here, she'll kill all them. And then we'll be good. Yep, I think I like that. So we'll do this. He'll get hurt, but we've got several turns, and this guy doesn't deal much damage, so... Is what it is. Shattered Shell has been taking him for the team, hasn't she? Let's do this. I want that collector gold. And this is probably a cannibalized target. And we probably just want health at this point. Though, I could see damage as well. I mean, we're going to get damage here. I need 99. I don't want to get Ember Drained if I can help it. Let's try to do this. Just get some damage, actually. I'll wait for these to cycle back. I'll want them. Now we can start seeing some superfood love here. So I need how much damage here? I need so 82 minus 99, that's 17, so I need 17 damage. I can get 8 here if I put it right on him. So that would bring the need down to 9, and then just this would finish him. So let's do this here. I'm going to do this in the back just to start showing how awesome this can get. I should actually do this one since it's, you know, not a removal one. And I can probably stand to do this here. Or maybe I do this. Yeah, let's do this. And then I'll just do this, and boom. I kill him before he attacks. And I don't lose. Oh, shit. Never mind. He still attacks me. Well, we're going to be Ember Drained for the rest of the fight, it looks like. Oh, wait. How did that work? I'll be honest, I don't know what happened there. I should have been Ember Drained. Oh well, I'll take it. Let's now put these back here. Let me think. I need how much damage to kill him? 39 minus 4 is 34 or 35. I could do it with Void Binding on the front here, but I would like to get some stacking in the back here. I think to kill all these, I should just take the hit here and really start getting the crazy stacking in the back here going. And I will do this for some morsels. That works. Because I need to be able to get through a bunch of these things. Not doing much damage to him there. And I will for sure be Ember Drained here. I think though we just do this and this. That way we're getting a bunch of health and stuff. We're just gonna have to take a bunch of pyre damage here, it seems. I can do this one. He won't die to the sweep. But the other ones I'll just let cycle back in. I'm gonna be Ember Drained for a while here. Maybe I should have just anticipated that and Void Binding in advance, but luckily we can get out of our our Ember Drain here. I don't want to do this yet though, because I only have 5 fuel, and I really do need to fuel this guy. Let's do this, keep that spikes and stuff stacking. Living Armor is an easy boss, we'll be able to take him no problem. Unfortunately we just can't hit this guy, but we'll hit him with some spikes and we'll hit him with Primordium, so that's fine. I'll keep stacking this just to do it, I guess. This here is good because it survives the sweep attack. And I'm just going to do this so that I make it and it's in the deck and I maybe cycle back into it. Because I'm going to be Ember Drain, I can't play anything, but it's 0 cost, so if I did happen to redraw into it, I could do it there. But even with 7 fuel, there's no way this guy's living. I mean, we got so many stacks here of everything. Now, we will have stacks of sap, but ooh, Grovel's good, because then we can... I do like Grovel here. Then we get morsels, and we can stack that damage shield on Superfood. This is also good, it's card draw. I'll take that. Like I said, I'm very rarely just skipping an Invigorating Solution. It's so low investment that it just makes sense. So I'm starting to think, let's see, I really do need that Mind Collapse on Holdover if I really want to spike the power level of this deck, so I'm going to go for the 50-50 on it. If I don't get it, I can at least put it on Permafrost. I'll at least have a chance at that. Let me think here. I could also get that. Maybe. I don't have many upgrades I can really do at once here, though. Trader's Quill could be good. Let's take a look at what we got over here. We got this. That I don't need it here. I mean, with Superfood, I'm going to stack so much regen, it just won't be funny. I think at this point, I do need Shattered Shell to be my carry unit. I'm just going to have to figure out how I'm dealing with the double tanks, but I think we'll have... Yeah, let me think about this. I need that to be cheaper for sure. Let's re-roll here. Didn't get the holdover, so that kind of sucks. Yeah. Didn't get double stack either. I'd love to double stack the Void Binding. Significantly better than... I'll tell you what though. If I can let's put Void Binding down to 0. I think Shattered Shell still is the game plan. Let me think here. I can permafrost this for when I need it. That makes sense. And let's go here. How many consume cards do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if I need that. Let's see if there's anything better we can do. That's not it. I'm inclined to get rid of some of these cards because I don't know. Root Seeds, I mean it is damage. I do kind of need that flat damage. Maybe I will get rid of some of these Plinks then. I kind of regret not taking the... Actually, I forgot these Plinks were on Consume too. I should have took the Consume artifact. That was kind of a mess up. Let's get our free removals here, I guess. I don't know if I'm liking Cannibalize as much since I'm... Yeah, we could remove Cannibalize. Since I am pretty much locked into using Shattered Shell at this point as my guy, I think I'll get rid of another Plink too. Because I don't want to be killing... I want to get all the slays I can on Shattered Shell. I'll just take this because I do foresee some... I do foresee some of those guys getting through. Maybe I get rid of that too, I don't know. I really do just need to cycle into the things that are good for me. I'll get rid of this. I need to thin the deck out as best I can. And yeah, here we go. Shattered Shell definitely has to work for us here. They'll go top. So we'll go top with this. We started off with a held over Sharpen. That is hugely nice. That should allow us alone to probably outpace the sap. And at 3 health, you'll come up here. I'll be at 9 sap. I may want to try to kill this Shadewing, maybe. Actually, you know what? I'll just take this. This is fine here. As long as I can get this Slay, which I should be able to if I do this. Yep, and I want to do this back here. That way I get all that rage stacking. I should start to outpace the sap. This is kind of what I'm talking about with that. Oh, and you're dazed actually, but you'll still get the Slay because of the spikes, so that's nice. I could start stacking this, although I'm more inclined to do... Yeah, I think I want to do that so I can get more damage here. Let's do this and this. I can start really stacking some regen. Close to dead there, that was close. But yeah, now you'll start getting those slays. I could argue for a Void Binding at this point and just go into Ember Drain. That's not out of the question. That's a lot of rage. And I can replay it at 0. I'm definitely considering that. I know this has to happen. The sooner I can do this, the better I feel. I already have this to gain back some stuff. I just don't know what else that I really need to play. I am going to do that then. So I can start stacking Damage Shield now. I can start stacking a lot of Rage. I can do this too. And I could Root Seeds, but I'm actually going to do this so that I have the stings in my deck. And I can do some damage here. I just want to get those stings into the deck so that I have a 0-cost thing I can play. I have this on Permafrost, so if I do need Ember on any turn, it's there. So let's see, we can do this. We should be able... I do kind of want this play here. Let's do this. Any amount of damage we can get will be good. I would probably wait for another one of these to come. I'm going to take one of these out because I do want every Slay for this next part. But I do want to play just some more damage, I think. I could do this, but I think I really just want the damage and the spikes. I'm going to let this guy through in favor of just getting more stacks, more perpetual stacks on the guy here. Now we'll definitely do this. We want to stack as much as that as we can. So now we're at a point where we can at least kill these guys. With the spikes and the damage, we should be good, I think. Hopefully. We will find out for sure. Okay, we do want to do this even though we're giving up a damage shield. I just want that damage. And we'll do this. We can get this going here. I would actually do it here because I do want to just give myself another one of these. I mean, we're going to be so good for killing Seraph with all of that, the regen here. So here we can't really play anything, but nothing's living at this point. So this is why I say Sap, generally with the other classes, aside from Awoken and Hellhorned, it's iffy, but you can still make Superfood work if you do the right things. Starting it is iffy, but because I started Stalwart, it left me the time to find these cards like Sharpen and Void Binding that really, and Dark Deal, that really made me know, like, okay, with all of these, I'll be able to outpace the Sap. I mean, look at, I have, you can't see it, you can barely see it here, but I have 77 Sap on Shattered Shell right now. It doesn't matter, I'm doing nearly 400 damage a turn just with my attacks, which are quick. And I also have 4 spikes on her, so yeah. Seraph is gonna be a dead boy. He's gonna be dead. let's just do our cycle of life. Doesn't really matter what we do here. We're gonna absolutely annihilate Seraph. And GG. So hopefully that was useful. I never know all of what to say, but I try to say everything I can think of. And really quick, I'll just try to see what the other people did. I'm curious to see how they went about this run. Maybe we had the same ideas. I doubt it. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I think I feel like I have a pretty unique way of tackling these. Yeah, let's take a look at theirs. Mine took way longer. Well, because I'm trying to explain everything, but yeah, that makes sense. So they just went all in on aggressive. That's totally fine too. Honestly, that's probably the safest thing to do when you see Sap Seraph. And they were able to just get Animus Will going. They had the Crucible Collector too. Let's see. Probably fed him a ton of morsels with that then. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty solid way to do it. That's probably the most straightforward way. They do about the same thing then. Looks like it, yeah. Yeah, almost an identical deck. Very thin, actually. I like this deck. So you actually probably would have a much easier time doing aggressive here, but I don't know. I feel like hopefully I showed what you can accomplish with superfood. You know, given the chance. So hopefully that helps. If anything, it gives an alternate way to do it. Then it seems, you know, probably the standard way to do it would be. But yep. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Peace.